Welcome to the 2021 Emory Alumni Awards. We're your hosts tonight. I'm Steve Greenfield.
And I'm Munir McJohnny. You look very comfortable tonight, Steve.
Yeah, you told me they'd only see me from the face up, right?
I did say that, didn't I? Well, tonight we'll celebrate and learn about the incredible work and dedication of alumni who inspire us all. Thank you all for joining us this evening.
We begin with the Outstanding Alumna Award, honoring an alumna of Emory University who has demonstrated a strong commitment to issues that affect women in the Emory community and beyond.
This year's Outstanding Alumna Award goes to Cheryl Murphy.
Thank you, Steve and Munir. Hello, everyone. My name is Chanel Tanner, and I'm the director of the Center for Women at Emory. When we created the Outstanding Alumna Award, our goal was to honor alumni that share our vision and work to fulfill our mission to make sure women have the resources and support to thrive at Emory and beyond. This year, we are proud to honor Cheryl Murphy for decades of volunteerism and leadership roles in her community. From teaching youth Sunday school at her church, to serving as the current president of the Nurses Alumni Association Board at the School of Nursing, to leading the oldest organization at Emory, the Emory University Women's Club. Through her years of work with these organizations and many more, Cheryl has touched the lives of so many in our community. She continues her legacy as a steadfast supporter of Emory through initiatives like Adopt a Scholar, the Elizabeth Mabry Scholarship Fund, and the Nursing Scholarship Fund, motivating others to support Emory in its mission, mentoring students, and being a role model to women and alumni. It is truly an honor to recognize Cheryl for the significant impact she's had on Emory and its students through her volunteer leadership and service. Thank you, and congratulations, Cheryl.
Good evening, everyone. It is so much fun to be a part of this celebratory evening. My name is Ginger Smith. I am a 1977 graduate of Emory College and a 1982 graduate of the Laney Graduate School. But perhaps my best claim to fame for this evening is that I'm also a long time friend of our honoree, Cheryl Murphy. Cheryl is the epitome of a loyal member of and servant leader in the Emory community.
My mom has felt a lifelong sense of connection and loyalty to Emory University. Mom adored her years as an Emory student and Emory nurse. My brother, David Murphy, who is also an Emory alum, and I grew up hearing stories of the fun she shared with my dad, Dr. Fred Murphy, and her sisters, Carol C.V. Ashmore and Susan C.V. Forte, during their days at what they call Camp Emory.
Well, it's fun to think about Cheryl's passions related to Emory. She loves Emory as a whole. Her heart lies with the nursing school where she graduated and with the Emory Women's Club where she has served for so long, but she is connected to so many other parts of Emory as well. To Greek life and collegiate sports from her college days, to Glen Memorial Methodist Church where she and Fred were married, to the Emory Hospital where she worked in the operating room, to the Emory Clinic where her dad and her husband were longtime doctors, to the Emory Library where she and Fred are longtime sponsors of the 12th Night Revel event, to advancement and alumni engagement where she's participated in class reunions and campaign planning, and even to campus life where she has participated in Greek life celebrations and where she and Fred were part of the Parents Council.
Mom loves to support Emory students through scholarship. She has built warm and lasting relationships with many students through the School of Nursing's Adopt a Scholar program. They also have 3 endowed scholarships, which they award annually.
My favorite memory of Cheryl is probably my first memory of Cheryl, which was when we met for the very first time. It was September of 1973. We were both Emory College freshmen, and we were randomly assigned to the same dorm, 3rd floor, Harris Hall, New Wing. We met that very first day on campus, and our paths have intersected continuously for the 47 plus years since then.
I have so many memories of my mom. She's always been there for us, from the days when she was a Girl Scout leader to the family trips to Amelia Island. But one memory does stand out when she and I took a trip together to Colorado and New Mexico, just us. One day in Colorado, we were playing tennis and we had to halt play to allow a family of deer to cross the court. We still laugh about that.
Something that most people don't know about Cheryl, well, it goes back to the fact that her leadership skills were evident from the very beginning. She served as president of her Kappa Delta sorority chapter when we were in college. We were officers of our respective sororities at the same time. So at that same time, we lived right near each other in what are now the old sorority lodges on Clifton Road, but to us, they were the brand new sorority lodges. So that means for over the course of going on 50 years, actually, we have been dorm neighbors, sorority lodge neighbors, apartment complex neighbors, and now neighborhood neighbors.
Something about my mom that most people don't know is that she's an excellent athlete. In fact, she swam on the Emory swim team for 2 years. And today, she's still an avid tennis player.
And I think it is rare to find somebody like Cheryl, whose connections to Emory are both so broad and so deep.
Her loyalty to Emory has been an inspiration to me. It is an honor to carry on the family legacy at Emory, and it is a joy to be able to serve alongside my mom as Emory alumni volunteers. Congratulations, Mom. Your family is so proud of you.
Congratulations, Cheryl. It is an honor to be part of celebrating you, and it is an honor to be your friend and fellow Emory alumna.
Congrats, Cheryl. Thank you for all you do for Emory.
Cheryl, we're thrilled to present you with the 2021 Outstanding Alumna Award. Congratulations.
A big congratulations to all the winners of this year's Emory Network Awards, helping you stay involved no matter where you live, what you do, or when you graduated. Hey Steve, you think you could sport a hat like Jake? No. No. Beautiful. That's the one. The former dean of alumni, Judson Jake Ward, had a heart of gold, a generous spirit, and incredible loyalty to Emory. And the same can be said for this year's winner of the Golden Heart Award, Susan Cahoon.
Thank you, Steve and Manir. I am Ed Lee. I serve as the Senior Director of the Alvin W. Barkley Forum for Debate, Deliberation, and Dialogue here at Emory University. It is a tremendous honor to both nominate and award Susan Cahoon the Jake's Golden Heart Award. While there is much to be proud of when we consider the 183 years of debate at Emory University, there is no prouder moment for this institution than Susan Cahoon becoming the first Emory Debate National Champion when she won the prestigious Delta Sigma Rho Tau Kappa Alpha National Debate Tournament in 1967. Susan's triumphs continue to serve as a foundational building block for Emory's intercollegiate competitive debate success. When the Barkley Forum fielded the first all-women team to win the National Debate Tournament Championship in 2007, Susan was at the forefront of the university's efforts to celebrate their success. The debate team is not the lone beneficiary of Susan's relentless generosity. Over the last 50 years, she has served on the Dean's Council for Emory College, organized numerous class reunions, led the Atlanta area's Emory Club, and served on the Board of Trustees. Additionally, Susan endowed a chair in American history and inspired her law firm to endow a scholarship for Emory College students in her honor. On behalf of the Barkley Forum and the rest of Emory University, congratulations, Susan, and thank you for all that you do for Emory.
Hi everyone, I'm Patrick Allett, a professor in the Emory History Department. I was delighted and honored about 12 years ago to be named the first Cahoon Family Professor of American History. At that point, I hadn't met Susan, but when I did, my sense of the honor increased. She embodies the values that we try to teach all our students, and she does it with a lovely combination of brilliance and good humor. She and I used to meet a few times every year before COVID restricted our movements. In most of these meetings, we ended up discussing history, how to teach it, how to think about it, and how to protect its place in American academic life. Over the last few years, we've also been very aware of how new chapters of American history were being written. Susan Cahoon's career has been an intensely practical one, but she's never lost the intellectual vivacity and sense of excitement that comes from discussing ideas and abstractions. Her ease and at-homeness in both worlds makes her one of Emory's most priceless assets. My favourite memory of working with Susan is the day when we spoke in Convocation Hall when it had just been opened. It was just 2 or 3 days after the renovation had finished. And I was invited to give a talk encouraging other members of the Board of Trustees to endow professorships. So first I spoke about how great it was to be the recipient of one of these endowed professorships. And then she herself, as the giver of the professorship, spoke to the audience. And I think between us, we did a very good job of persuading all the trustees that this is exactly what they should all be doing.
One of my favorite memories of working with Susan was a couple of years ago. She contacted us and was interested in setting up an alumni event for people who graduated around a similar time that she did. And being able to witness the amazing amount of detail and the high degree of focus and energy that she put on in creating a festive environment for those who she remembered these formative years with was awesome.
Not everybody might know that Susan is a very respected and perhaps even feared courtroom attorney. I was at a Super Bowl party a few years ago up in North Atlanta and was chatting with my neighbor and she told me that she was a lawyer. And suddenly I mentioned Susan Cahoon and at once my partner's attitude towards me transformed. She started to treat me with a kind of breathless solemnity, as though I might suddenly, prosecute her. And she went on to tell me what a formidable presence in the courtroom Susan can be. Congratulations on this award, Susan. No one deserves it more. And I'm only sorry that we can't all be there in person to congratulate you more intimately.
The BF family is so proud of you and so thankful for all that you continue to do for Emory University and the foundation that you've set for us to be an extremely successful debate program. There is no one in the BF more deserving than you for this award.
Susan, it's my honor to present you with the 2021 Golden Heart Award. Congratulations.
We'd like to congratulate all of the recipients of this year's 40 Under 40 Awards, spotlighting some of the most impressive young leaders in a broad range of industries.
You know, Munir, this house brings together so many people.
That's right. The spirit of community engagement lives here. To recognize the extraordinary commitment of alumni who contribute to the good of their communities, we're thrilled to announce the inaugural Community Impact Award.
Hey, are they filming Dooley for this?
No, don't be ridiculous. Our first ever Community Impact Award goes to Sean Ingram.
Thank you, Steve and Munir, and good evening, everyone. My name is Corinne Abraham. I'm Clinical Associate Professor at the School of Nursing. I'm so incredibly proud this evening to honor Sean Ingram. For more than 20 years, Sean has led organizations focused on disaster relief, recovery, and community development in the Bahamas and around the globe. Since 2004, Sean has sponsored hundreds of our nursing students, allowing them to work with island nurses and bring education to communities and offer support to our nursing colleagues. He has deep community connections and dedication. His service is the founding president of the Rotary Club. His involvement with the Cancer Society and Ministry of Health. His service as chaplain and pastor of community development. Not to mention years of dedicated fundraising, activism, and sustaining partnerships through his organizations, Island Journeys and Winaluthra Foundation. All have transformed communities in the Bahamas. I have personally seen how a local disaster intensified Sean's efforts to build an emergency center. And I've heard countless nursing students reflect on their experience working with him and the community members as the highlight of their nursing education. Sean's lifelong commitment to serving others and promoting a shared vision for development of community resources is an inspiration to me and all of us.
Hi, my name is Kayla Allen. I am a recent alum of the School of Nursing. I graduated back in May 2020.
So my name's Abby Britt. I graduated from the Nell Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing in 2011.
Hi, my name is Faiza Saeed. I graduated from Emory School of Nursing in 2014.
Hi, my name is Heather Hale, and I got a bachelor's in nursing from Emory in 2010.
Sean was a key element in changing my perspective of what nursing really is and just what helping people really is. It's selfless, it's done by action steps that overarch what you've already done.
You know, we are taught to care for people and to really maintain their well-being, whether it be physically, mentally, spiritually. He always emphasized that he wanted to maintain that well-being. And he started with the land and, you know, cultivating the land. Seeing that from him and how passionate he was to really want to preserve Eleuthera and the people of Eleuthera was really inspiring.
I remember vividly a strong sense of his expansive love for his community and the island and the visionary plans he had for it. I can just remember the look on his face. It was something that was almost palpable. Everywhere we went with him, there was just so much enthusiasm and smiles. It was really touching. When I think about other words that like convey that energy that he brought with him, it was heart-centered, holistic, and I mean, bottom line, impactful. Just all about the community.
The impact on me personally, I don't think can be understated. It was my first real experience doing community-based participatory research outside of the country. In the Bahamas, looking at BRCA1 and 2 genetic mutations, which are genetic mutations that put you at risk for breast cancer. The Bahamas have one of the highest rates in the world of these genetic mutations. From picking us up at the airport to arranging housing for us for the entire summer to making sure that we were safe, that our research project was successful. He helped to get the word out in the communities in Eleuthera about the research we were doing. He helped introduce us to important community members that helped work as gatekeepers to build trust within communities. He helped us with transportation. I mean, everything from the beginning to the end of the project. When we returned to the Bahamas after the research project was over, he helped to get us coordinated with the Bahamian Ministry of Health to present our findings. So from the beginning to the end of the project, none of it would have been possible without Sean.
I think most importantly, the connection that the nurses had with these clinics helped me understand how important a relationship and repertoire is in order for patients to feel safe enough to come to you with their ailments.
One of the experiences I had is hands down one of the most memorable of my life thus far. A health education session was organized at the Celebrate Recovery Center. My instructors, Corinne and Kelly, led a session on diabetes. Following that, I facilitated a chair yoga session, which appeared to be fun for all and offered the seniors some safe kind of kinesthetic experiences they might use in the future. After that, my fellow students and instructors joined me in making our way around the room with some short, gentle chair massage for each person. It was already quite lovely, and then that's when it happened. Someone started singing Amazing Grace, and I get choked up every time I tell this story. Anyway, and eventually everyone joined in. Later, I wrote a haiku to describe the experience. The elders laughed, shared, hands were placed, amazing grace, filled you up, filled me up. These moments are etched in my memory. I couldn't have told you it was the Celebrate Recovery Center. Thanks, Corinne, for the reminder, or much else. But I could tell you exactly where I stood in the room, heart full, tears trickling down my face. Thank you.
For the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, he is someone who challenges us to no longer be a slave of the past, but be an architect of a sustainable and resilient future. To me, that's Sean Ingram.
Thank you, Sean, for all you've done for us at the nursing school and your many accomplishments in the Bahamas.
Thank you so much for doing all the hard work that you do for Eleuthera, impacting not only the people of Eleuthera, but people outside of Eleuthera.
Congratulations, Sean. I couldn't be more proud.
Also, I wanted to thank and congratulate Sean You are a force of nature.
Congratulations, Sean. Thank you for giving all of Emory Nursing the ability to come into your community and contribute any way we can. This is so well deserved, and I can't thank you enough.
Sean, congratulations on being the recipient of Emory University Community Impact Award. You deserve it. We love you, brother. We're proud of you. Blessings.
Sean, I'm so proud to present you with the inaugural Community Impact Award. Congratulations.
Congratulations to this year's 100 Senior Honorary, emerging alumni leaders from the current senior class, committed to making significant contributions to their communities around the world.
Munir, where's the bell cow?
Oh.
Am I not supposed to be holding it right now?
No. They're not letting us touch it. Remember what happened a few years ago?
Urban legend has it that there was an incident a few years ago involving Dirk and the crystal cow for the Terman Awards.
My mom wished me luck as I headed out and said, call me when you get back. So I called her and she said, how did it go? And I said, well, the cow is made of crystal. And she said, no, you didn't. And I said, yes, I did.
That's all I've heard. I've heard that he dropped it.
That's too funny. That is too funny. I had forgotten that he was the president when the cow was dropped, and now he's the recipient. Well, let's don't let history repeat itself.
So there it is.
Yeah. So we'll just show some clips of how beautiful it is.
Well, what hasn't broken is the commitment to exceptional volunteer leadership shown by our next recipient, the winner of the 2021 J. Pollard Terman Alumni Service Award, Dirk Brown.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sylvia Dick. I'm chairman of the Tull Charitable Foundation, and I'm honored to join you for the presentation of the Emory Alumni Awards, specifically the J. Pollard Terman Alumni Service Award. Mr. Terman attended Emory University, graduating in 1934 with a law degree. As a student, he was a member of the Honor Council, president of the Interfraternity Council, and voted Best All-Round Athlete. As an alumnus, he served as a trustee from 1957 to 1980. He volunteered to serve as Vice President for Development in 1976, a position he held for 3 years. In 1979, he established and funded the Pollard Terman Scholars Endowment at Emory. On what would have been his 80th birthday, the Tull Charitable Foundation chose to honor Mr. Terman, who had been chairman of the foundation for 20 years, by adding $500,000 to that endowment. The criteria for the scholarship and the award mirror the characteristics of Mr. Terman himself: his keen intelligence, his constant curiosity about the world, his sincere concern and compassion for others, his high moral values, and his commitment to community service and leadership. Each year, the Tull Charitable Foundation supports this event and gives $25,000 to the Emory program or programs selected by the Terman Award recipient. This year, Dirk Brown. Dirk, you make the trustees of the Tull Foundation proud of our support of the Terman Award. We know Mr. Terman would be honored to know of all the good done in his name. You exemplify the concept of volunteer service through your commitment to Emory, from Alumni Board President to the Carlos Museum to the Emory Oxford Board of Advisors. Congratulations, and on behalf of the Tull Charitable Foundation, thank you for all you're doing for Emory.
It really goes back to what he thought true leadership was. He came up with this bell cow.
The bell cow was the one who led the rest, and they followed. And that was my dad's way of leading, was by example.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Doug Hicks, Dean of Oxford College. Dirk, what a great pleasure to honor you this evening. Your love for Emory knows no bounds, and this is certainly true for all you've done for Oxford College, especially as a member of our Board of Counselors. Though your Emory degree comes from the Goizueta Business School and you have commitments across the university, we call you an adopted son of Oxford College. We're grateful for your commitment to our campus, our rich Emory history here, and your dedication to enriching the student and the alumni experience. Because of your initiative with the Board Presidents Roundtable, all board presidents now form a deeper connection to Oxford, where Emory began. And your support continues today. You've selected Oxford College to be recipient of the Toll Foundation's gift of $25,000 in your honor. We couldn't be more excited about your commitment and this opportunity to collaborate with you to find meaningful ways to distribute this money, to honor your own respect for sustainability and architecture. Thanks to the Toll Foundation and to you for your remarkable generosity.
Hi, I'm Chichi Okezi, graduated from Oxford in '98 and the college in 2000. And all I want to say is that Dirk Brown is marvelous. Our paths first crossed on the Emory Alumni Board. Dirk was inclusive, showed me kindness, and went out of his way to find ways for me to stay engaged and involved. And that is quite the same right now. Today, we both serve on the Oxford Board of Counselors. Dirk does a stellar job with networking across schools and units, and his passion for Emory knows no bounds. I nominated him to keep up with my EAB, or Emory Alumni Board self-assessments, and of course, to recognize his incredible talents.
I'm Bonnie Speed. I'm the director of the Michael C. Carlos Museum, and I am so honored to be able to speak on behalf of Dirk Brown. I can't think of anyone more deserving of the Terman Award. Dirk has actually been involved with the Carlos Museum for 35 years. He answered the call in an ad he saw in Creative Loafing in 1986. The museum was looking for docents. And so he became, I think, the second year the museum had docents. And I think one can say, and the rest is history. But I got to know Dirk very early on in my tenure. He was not on our board when I came, but he was at every event. I mean, from the lectures to the workshops, there was Dirk Brown. And so we were finally able to convince him to join our board. He was on so many other boards. And then 6 years ago, I think it was, he became chair of our board. So I am just so thrilled. I can't think of Emory without thinking of Dirk Brown. And when you think of the Terman Award, that honors volunteerism, right? It's Dirk. So I am so thrilled. Dirk, you were so deserving of this. And I'm so glad this is your year. And I got to say congratulations.
Hi, I'm Karen Sedetol, Interim Dean of Gazweta Business School. Dirk, it's an honor for all of us here at the Gazweta Business School to recognize you today for all your contributions. This citation, especially written for you, enumerates the many ways you have changed Emory for the better. As a technologist trained in the classics, you defy conventional categories. Steeped in the study of ancient languages and artifacts, you first mastered the worlds of telecommunications and software. Later, your creativity, nurtured by the Gazweta Business School, you took on micro-living, reimagining Atlanta's neighborhoods for a more sustainable tomorrow. Historian and futurist, classicist and design genius, how many ways you have lent your talents to Emory. Once upon a time, you volunteered as a docent at the Carlos. Later, you elevated the museum and its galas to new heights. You paved new ground as president of the Emory Alumni Board, and at Oxford and beyond, you've supported students and alumni around the world. In these and countless other acts of service, you remind us of what matters most. Art, a sense of place, and the imagination are not optional to human flourishing. They are essential. For your outstanding and ongoing contributions to the arts and technology, and for your leadership in the Atlanta and Emory communities, we gratefully confer on you the J. Pollard Terman Alumni Service Award for 2020. Congratulations, Dirk. We're so grateful for your service, passion, and love for the Emory community.
Thank you, Dean Sedetol. Dirk, we are so grateful for the enthusiasm and the exceptional volunteer leadership you bring to the Emory community. Your efforts have helped many people and uplifted and strengthened so many of our organizations across the years. You've shown your commitment to enhancing the alumni experience as a previous president of the Emory Alumni Board. You've shared your expertise at the Goizueta Business School and Oxford College, and you've made an enduring investment in the growth and educational reach of the Michael C. Carlos Museum as the current co-chair of the museum's National Leadership Board. Your support of the Carlos Museum runs true and deep. You first joined as a volunteer docent and literally watched the museum bloom from what you once called a tiny little jewel box to the premier educational resource it is today at Emory. Dirk, your dedication to Emory has impacted so many facets of this university, our places, our programs, and especially our people. Thank you for your time, your vision, and your engagement. And thank you for believing so strongly in the Emory mission. For all you've given to the arts, business, and technology, and especially to our ever-growing family of Emory alumni, I am honored to present you with the J. Pollard Turman Alumni Service Award. Congratulations, Dirk.
Thank you, President Fenves, and thank you, everyone. I remember the afternoon that Steve Greenfield called. I thought he was actually calling for something else because he wanted me to do another project. And I had 3 minutes. We were running out of the house, and he said, "You've won the Pollard Turman Award." And I just stopped. I was in the middle of packing. I had 100 lists in my hand, and I was just like, I can't believe this. And I think so much about the people who have won this award and the service that they've given to Emory. And I feel so incredibly honored to be nominated and awarded this really by my peers who have served so long for Emory. Today, I remember the Carlos Museum, who introduced me to Emory. You reveal the lives of those who shaped the past. Thank you for teaching me passion. Goizueta, who taught me the dignity of labor, you nurtured my gifts to serve alumni. Thank you for teaching me creativity. Campus Life, who celebrated my differences, you taught my heart to cherish my own life. Thank you for teaching me authenticity. Emory College, who joys in research, you called my mind to dream. Thank you for teaching me wonder. For Oxford College, a glimpse into Emory's childhood, you adopted me as your own and accepted the Tull Foundation gift on my behalf. Thank you for teaching me endurance. For Emory University, alma mater, nourishing mother, you shower blessings upon me. Thank you for teaching me gratitude. J. Pollard Turman, by whose life I am honored, you inspire so many to serve, and all whose lives that intertwine with mine, this celebration is for all of us. I thank you.
In addition to the Alumni Association's sponsored awards, many schools and departments recognize their outstanding alumni. We're thrilled to honor the recipients of this year's School and Unit Awards. Well, Steve, we've made it to the end, and now it's time for
the very best of the best,
the biggest and the most prestigious, the Emory Medal.
Hey, Munir, would you like me to hold one of those?
Steve, you couldn't handle the weight.
We honor this year's recipients, Mary McCabe and Dr. Richard Souveron, for their service to Emory, their community, and their profession.
My name is Mary Schwartz McCabe, and I graduated from the nursing school in 1972. So my journey to Emory is actually an interesting one because my husband and I were a package. My husband had just graduated from medical school and was applying for internships. I was looking for a school that would be flexible and allow me to pursue nursing, knowing I already had basic sciences. And it was Emory that really would be flexible and take both of us as that package. I think I was probably one of the first married nurses to ever be in the nursing school. And I might have been the first pregnant graduate. I was the only one that actually filled out the graduation gown at that time because our first daughter was born 4 weeks later. But it was a challenge sometimes. I was unfortunately told that because I was pregnant, I was not allowed to do the practicum in the intensive care unit. That if I really wanted to take care of sick patients, I should go to the oncology unit. So I did, and my life changed professionally from that day forward. I loved every minute of it, in part because it was hands-on care of very ill people and having wonderful caregivers. And Edith Honeycutt was the mentor who really convinced me that I wanted to do what she was doing. Medical ethics in recent years has become an extremely important part of my professional life. While I was working, went back to school and got a master's in philosophy with an emphasis on medical ethics, and began to really support a research program in medical ethics at the National Cancer Institute. And then in my next career move to Memorial Sloan Kettering, I was able to be part of the ethics committee, and over time was asked to chair the committee, which is pretty unusual. Most ethics committees are chaired by physicians and certainly not by nurses. But it was a real gift to be able to do that, because I think it opened the doors for the many nurses at a hospital like Memorial to feel confident and comfortable that the moral issues they were facing were worthy to bring to the committee. I've been supported by wonderful leaders and fine mentors throughout the entire career. And now that I'm retired from full-time work, I feel like it's time to give back in much more of a supportive role to patient organizations in particular, and helping those groups. It really is, for me, rewarding to sort of stand in the wings and watch other people fly. In thinking about how Emory has contributed in particular to my opportunities, but also to those of other students, the medical school accepted me to come and do some research there. Reverend Lowry, who was head of the Southern Christian Leadership Council at the time, came and gave us a course about Before the Mayflower. I was struck by this foresight and, I guess, openness of Emory to really encouraging us to reach out, to do more than just come there and take the courses, but really to think about the big wide world out there.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mara Felver-Lohr, and I'm the Director of Alumni Engagement at the Nell Hodson Woodruff School of Nursing. The School of Nursing prepares visionary nurse leaders, and Mary McCabe is truly a global visionary leader. Mary is the founding director of the Cancer Survivorship Initiative of the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. The nurse-led care model which Mary developed is being replicated not only around the country, but also around the world. She has championed cancer survivorship with the American Society of Clinical Oncology, National Comprehensive Cancer Network Institute of Medicine, and has made substantial impact in research and policy with the National Cancer Institute. Mary is also a nurse leader in the ethics of care. Despite her busy schedule, Mary is one of those alumni who we can always count on. Mary takes the time to mentor students and alumni, and she has been a member of the Dean's Advisory Board since the inception over 9 years ago. Mary's also one of the first alumni to step up and make a substantial gift to the Emory Nursing Learning Center. Her leadership is helping to shape nursing education. Mary, we are so proud of you for receiving the Emory Medal. On behalf of the Nell Hodson Woodruff School of Nursing alumni community, congratulations.
Thanks, Marifel, for your kind introduction, and good evening, everyone. Mary, I'm in awe of your accomplishments, and Emory Nursing's community could not be prouder to honor you today. This citation recognizes your hard work and dedication. For more than 4 decades, you have relieved the suffering of men, women, and children fighting cancer. Your focus on the patient's best interest, your conviction that quality of life at every stage of life should be available to all, has made you a champion of human dignity. Ethical problem solver, brilliant researcher, and fellow, you have changed the way we teach cancer care. You are one of global nursing's most enduring champions. At Emory, you have mentored students, fueled research, and empowered nursing faculty. Thanks to you, countless students have a living example of advocacy within the field of caregiving. for your countless contributions to nursing and your steadfast commitment to helping all people to live well. We gratefully confer on you the Emory Medal. Congratulations, Mary. The Emory community and the world of nursing have benefited so much from your contributions. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean McCauley. Mary, you have spent so many years assisting cancer survivors of all ages, guiding patients at a critical moment in their journey as they reclaim their lives and strive courageously to find a way forward. It's no exaggeration to say that you've been a pioneer in your work, developing the nation's first survivorship initiative at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, which is now the largest program of its kind in the country. And you got your start right here at Emory's Nell Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing. This is where it all began for you, and then you did the rest. You took the experiences and the lessons learned here and applied them in unimagined ways. Throughout your career, you have helped develop and launch survivorship clinics, guiding training for physicians and nurse practitioners in survivorship care and research, and greatly strengthened the patient experience, helping so many to heal and live well after cancer. And your efforts continue to this day as you so generously mentor our next generation of nursing leaders. For your many contributions in elevating our nation's approach to survivorship care, and for the countless lives you have improved and transformed through your work, it is my honor to present you with the Emory Medal, the university's highest alumni honor, for your remarkable service. Congratulations, Mary.
Thank you, Dean McCauley and President Pendes. It is a great honor to be awarded the Emory Medal, and I am humbled to have been chosen. Although this award is to a person, this person, for me it is an acknowledgement of the value and the power of mentorship and how this guidance contributes to professional success. Mentorship is a gift I receive from wonderful individuals each step of my professional career, beginning at Emory. And it is my mentors who share in my accomplishments. Over the years, mentors shared knowledge, provided opportunity, and even needed criticism, always with the message, reach high, you can do it. As a second-degree student at Emory School of Nursing, my mentors included a PhD researcher, Ellen Fuller, an oncology nurse, Edith Honeycutt, and a cardiologist, Bruce Logue, my own multidisciplinary team, so to speak. This award also highlights the profession of nursing, how timely and appropriate given the pandemic and the spotlight on the excellence of nurses everywhere. The same year the World Health Organization designated as the Year of the Nurse, Emory selected a nurse for the Emory Award. The most important gift to all of us in the profession of nursing is that of human connection, holding the hand of a frightened patient, comforting a colleague after a difficult day, being part of a team conducting clinical research, and educating the next generation of nurses in developing countries. Even as technology becomes an increasingly effective tool in all aspects of nursing, the profession remains one that reminds us of the importance of the human spirit and what is best in people. And I'd like to give my final thanks to my husband, who's been my partner every step of the way, my 3 children and their families who enrich my life daily, and in particular, my 8 beloved grandchildren who make the sun shine.
My name is Dr. Richard Souveron. I'm a class of Emory College 58 and Dental School 60. When somebody gives you this award that's so outstanding that you kind of say, wow, you know, I love dentistry. In my office, for instance, I had a fellow that came in by the name of Dave Salzman, and he sat in the chair one day and he said, you know, Dr. Souveron, I spent enough money with you to equip this entire office. And I looked at him and I said, you know what, David, you're exactly right. I didn't use your money, and I didn't buy a car, and I didn't buy a boat. I put all your money into this office. And the guy never said a word. 2 weeks later, he comes back for whatever it was, and he had a plaque, and it said, "This room dedicated by David Salzman in loving memory of his money." David Salzman's plaque is on the operating light, so when a new patient comes in, the first thing they can do is look up and they'll see that bronze plaque, and immediately they start laughing. Besides practicing dentistry and being active, particularly in the 70s and 80s in the dental community, I got involved in forensics. The one that got more press than anything was the Ted Bundy case. Bite mark evidence linking a bite in human flesh to an individual had never been done in the South, had never been done in Florida, and to be able for forensic dentistry to have a part in his conviction was a big deal. And as a result of the forensics, I got involved with doing work at the zoo back in 1997. I didn't know this, but if the canine teeth on these animals becomes infected and lost, the animal will break their jaw, the jaw will fracture, and they'll die. I'm not a vet. That was the first thing I said, look, I don't want to get in trouble with the Veterinary Association. She said, you're doing it for free, so the vets aren't going to get mad at you. And secondly, she said, you're doing it under my direction. So I did do a root canal on the tiger. That's how I got started in the zoo. I've been active in Emory for the past 60 years. When I got out of dental school, I immediately said, I'm going to start paying back. I came from a very, very poor, everybody comes from a poor, you know. My parents were great people, but they were very poor. I didn't have enough money to go to Emory. And Emory gave me financial aid. Emory backed me all the way. I got a great education. Emory was really good to me. That's why I want to give back to the school. One of the tenets of a human being is to do good. If you go to church or temple, that's the big thing that they all talk about, is do good for fellow man. And I think that's what charity is. I feel like it's my way of paying back. It just makes me feel good.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Dr. Souveron for, as you mentioned, a number of years, and have spent a good bit of time with him and his wife Barbara in Miami. I'm actually a first-generation college graduate, and when I think about access to education and then lifting up other students and giving them the chance to access education, I think of Dr. Souveron's generosity and support for Emory through the years. He always mentions, you know, emails disappear somewhere, phone calls, I remember them. However, a handwritten note from my scholarship student is something I can keep with me and look at and read over and over again.
Hello everyone, I'm Michael Elliott, Dean of Emory College of Arts and Sciences. Richard, you've captured our hearts and minds, and this citation is dedicated to you for your tireless service to the field of dentistry and forensics and your many contributions to Emory. You have dedicated your career to seeking the truth. Your work ethic, scientific acumen, and magnanimity draw everyone you meet into your orbit. We at Emory have benefited from 5 decades of your loyal and generous leadership. You achieved world renown in forensic dentistry. Through brilliant analyses, you identify perpetrators and ensure justice for victims and families. You brought the same persistence and insight to your dental practice and the greater community. Today, you also open doors for Emory students. Your commitment to giving back serves as a model for us all. You've connected our past and our present, building friendships with students and alumni in Miami and around the world. For your exemplary contributions to forensic dentistry and your inspirational service in our student community, we gratefully confer upon you the Emory Medal. Congratulations, Richard. You make us proud, and we're fortunate to call you one of our own.
Thank you, Dean Elliott. Dr. Souveron, your distinguished career, which blends the sciences of dentistry and forensics, and your continuing support of Emory students illustrate a life devoted to service and discovery. As a dentist, you've helped restore smiles, confidence, and well-being for 5 decades. And as an acclaimed leader in the field of forensic odontology, you've led groundbreaking advances in a specialty now used in courtrooms across the nation. You've built a distinctive career that in many respects is without peer or parallel. But equally impressive is your unwavering support for the Emory community. Knowing the benefits of an Emory education on a personal level, you've selflessly chosen to pay it forward, enriching the academic experience and creating new pathways and possibilities for our students. In recognition of your commitment to helping and healing, for your creativity and bold vision in pioneering new avenues of discovery in the dental arts, and for the impact you continue to have on the Emory campus and community, it is my great honor to present you with the university's highest alumni award, the Emory Medal. Congratulations, Dr. Souveron.
Thank you very much. I'm extremely honored and humbled to have been selected for the Emory Medal by Emory University and by the Emory Alumni Association. I know that there have been other students in the same situation as I, in the sense that they had a financial problem with college. In my family, my mother attended 1 year at Bryn Mawr University and had to drop out because family didn't have enough money to continue, and that's exactly what happened in my situation. We were able to get enough money for the first year's tuition, but not enough to continue. And I went to Dean Miller, and I'm telling you now that that guy really stepped up for me. Bottom line is Emory came through not only with scholarship, but full tuition scholarship. I owe a tremendous debt to Dr. Miller, to the Emory faculty, and also my fraternity, Beta Theta Pi, for a lot of help that they gave me in the way of a job and food, which is pretty important. So I would like to say that my years at Emory University were the best years of my life, but that's not true. I spent a lot of time in the library, a lot of time in the chemistry building because it was open all night. I was able to work hard. It paid off. My freshman and sophomore year, my class standing was in the 1%. So after my sophomore year, I was accepted to Emory Dental School, and I continued my education there. So what I would like to say is that I hope my career has benefited society, but especially benefited Emory University. And when I compare my achievements to the only other dentist that was selected for the Emory Medal, Dr. Perry Brickman, what I did is nowhere near what he did, and very humbling. So in conclusion, going forward, my wife, Barbara, who's been very supportive of my efforts, our efforts really, in providing funds for Emory University students in the form of scholarship so they can continue their education. And I can't express enough my gratitude for the generosity that I received 70 years ago from Emory University. So with that said, I accept the Emory Medal. I'm honored that I was selected, and I can't say anything more. Thank you very much.
To all our honorees this evening, thank you. Your contributions and ongoing engagement are not only inspiring, they also remind us of the incredible achievements and the exciting possibilities that can begin with an Emory education. My sincere congratulations to you all. At this time, I'd like to welcome the Reverend Diedrich Kauser to deliver this evening's benediction, followed by the alma mater performed by Emory Suri.
Thank you, President Finfes. My friends, we have heard some amazing stories of those who have dedicated their lives for the sake of others, which is a commitment that is found at the very heart of Emory's mission to make a difference, to change the world. Now that we've been inspired with so many amazing stories, let us prepare our hearts and our minds to receive the benediction. Let us pray. Most Holy One, with grateful hearts, we pause to reflect on this extraordinary moment, a moment of celebration, a moment of honor and appreciation. We are grateful for the stories and the witness of these individuals who have given of themselves to touch the lives of so many. Continue to bless them in their work and grant them the satisfaction of knowing that their labor is not in vain, but they are fulfilling a deep and eternal purpose. As we leave from this virtual space, continue to paint on the canvas of our imaginations new hopes, new dreams, and new possibilities of what the world could be and should be. A place of love and compassion, of justice and righteousness, but above all, a place where every need is met and no one lacks for anything. So inspire us this day and every day for the work that lies ahead. In your most holy name we pray. Amen.
In the heart of dear old Emory, where the sun doth shine, that is where our hearts are turning round old Emory's shrine. To the sons and daughters true, hail we now our alma mater, hail the gold and blue. Though the years around us gather, crowned with love and cheer, still the memory of old Emory grows to us more dear. Daughters true, hail we now our alma mater, hail the gold and blue.
That's it. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We hope to see you next year in person.
Be safe and have a great evening.